Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Stuck at the stoplight. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Stuck at the stoplight. It's about 10 to 4 when the back of the coupe is open.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. A good matchup here for you tonight between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Who's going to win this showdown between these two? Find out next. Walker Buehler will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, pitch into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The second baseman, Colton Wong.
First delivery to him on the way. And here's a swing and a miss on the game's first pitch, and that's how we'll get started in the Tuesday opener.
First pitch, 7-11.
And that one cut a little too much, a ball and a strike. Two balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Here now the 2-2. Freezes him, a strikeout looking.
To me, when it's raining, the approach at the plate has to change a little bit, especially if you're a guy that can run a little bit. Put the ball in play any way possible, especially on the ground. Making plays in the rain becomes exponentially tougher to do when it's wet. So these offenses really need to limit the strikeouts.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. And that is off the wall. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
Yeah, and you can see he was looking for a fastball all the way, and he jumps all over it, pulling it hard. And the second he dropped the bat, he was looking to stretch this thing as far as he could. Mission accomplished as he stands on third.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Fowler stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Ready on 0-2.
Oh, wow. He really yanked that slider across his body, and he almost threw it to the backstop. Nice job by his battery mate to corral that one.
The 1-2. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. 1 out and a runner on third. Fooled pretty badly there as he reaches to poke this one foul. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
And a full count to Paul Goldschmidt. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
We're seeing a good AB here from the 3-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
With the runner on third, 2 outs, base open, and a good hitter at the plate, you have to be smart and not give in. If you walk this guy, so what? It's a lot worse if you give him a ball that he can hurt you on.
The 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
Hey, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, one of the most consistent umpires throughout the league. Both pitchers and position players love this guy.
Yeah, I think one of the best in the business. How I judge a good teammate is every day he opens that door. Is he consistent? Can I count on him? Mike Fillmore is the exact same way behind the dish.
Called a strike, and it's full of 3-2.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. Cards leave 1. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Mikolas is on the mound for the Cardinals. What do we need to know here, Danny?
It's pretty easy to see why this guy is one of the top pitchers in all of baseball. He has a ridiculously good whip. How about under .5 on the season? Do you have any idea how hard that is to do that? He's nearly impossible to reach base on. He doesn't walk hardly anybody, and he's awfully tough to get a hit off of. One of the best pitchers in the game of baseball.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Strike taken up in the zone. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. Even after the victory last time out, they come in trying to turn things around as they've been slumping of late, winning in just 3 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps. Line to line, this team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and digging in at the plate will be Justin Turner. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Into the box now, Max Muncy. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a line drive. Foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
And I'm sure that one stings a little bit. The best revenge he can get for his pain is to find a way to come around to score. We'll see if his guys can move him around the bases.
So a runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and that'll bring forward Cody Bellinger. Has a look, now the pitch.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Love the fact that he's not scared to go right back inside with another fastball. I know he hit the last guy, but if he's going to have success, he's got to establish that pitch in.
Now the 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2. A runner on first with 2 away. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Dodgers leave 1. We are still scoreless. Second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Well, Matt, there is precipitation in the forecast, but talking with some of the grounds crew here before the game, they said they don't think it will have a significant impact as we move forward. We can expect a light sprinkle, but there shouldn't be any stoppages in play.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. We'll hope that's true. And guys, what's the toughest thing about playing in damp conditions like this?
I'm going to be honest with you, Matty. If it stays like this, not a problem. It's just a nuisance. Yeah, the ball might be a little damp, throwing it across the first base. Might have to gather yourself a little bit more, but this weather won't affect anything.
Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees. 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. The knuckle curve there, and he thought he had him, but it's 2-2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count remains full. Payoff pitch one more time. In the air, down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. And he fouls this one off. And that misses for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel in that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Ball 1.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
Good cut fastball in there. 1-1. Molina, who goes just by Yadi most of the time. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
Yeah, Matty, it's going to be interesting to see where this guy lands at the end of this season. A lot of variables come into place. He's had a long career. It's going to be interesting to see if a team steps out past 1 or 2 years for this player.
The 2-1 home.
Down to 3-1.
Got to find a way to get back in the zone. I know you're in danger of losing both to walks, but certainly don't miss over the heart of the plate and have this guy gap one, or even worse, hit a 2-run homer.
The 3-1. Hit hard on the ground at first. One there. Over to Muncy, and they double him up.
That's one of the hardest double plays returned right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Tyler O'Neill. Lifetime against this particular arm. He's 1 for 4. First delivery to him on the way. In there, no balls and a strike. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2. Three and 1 to the Cardinals left fielder.
This is a good at bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
Fouled off. And another foul ball. No score here as we play inning number 2. To third. Gloved by Turner. Throw on to Muncy, gets him, and with that they'll end the inning. Redbirds down quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Jock Peterson. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this is low, ball 1. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
You know, we'll see him work both sides of the plate with his curveball. Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around the zone to give it a different look.
This is pulled into right, and that will be the first base hit of the ball game for the Dodgers. He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing. And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
Yeah, and after that one, it looks like the first run of the game could be coming pretty soon. He got a pitch that he liked, and he roped it to the outfield. Then he showed the speed necessary to make it all the way around to third.
Stepping in now, Kike Hernandez, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. The 1-0. Hit to third. And there's one down now.
That is 7. The catcher, Will Smith.
Stepping in, Will Smith, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Definitely a strikeout situation here with the runner on third, so that's smart, trying to make him chase that slider out of the zone.
2-2 to the Dodgers catcher.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
The 2-2. And it's fouled away. So a full count now. Gavin Lux, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And he misses with one here. It's ball 4. So that'll at least bring the double play into the conversation with runners at the corners and one away.
I'm sure the manager is fine with that. He tried to entice him with that 3-2 pitch, but he didn't take the bait. First base was open, though, so he just needs to make a good pitch for a ground ball.
At the plate, Gavin Lux. And he's just hoping for something to go his way in this one. And as you can see, it's not been the case of late. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Down the first baseline. Again, another foul ball. Bottom of the 2nd here with no score. Hit on the ground to short. And a base hit as the run will come in to score from third, and it's now a 1-0 lead for the Dodgers.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. Get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Standing in now, Walker Buehler, as he'll square around to bunt, then pull back for ball 1. Dodgers have the early 1-0 advantage as we play the 2nd. And he pulls back the bunt attempt. 2-0.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection. So digging in now, Mookie Betts. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. This is in the air to left field. O'Neill waits on it. And they'll avoid the big inning as he makes the catch, so just the 1-run scores here in the frame. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. All set for the start of the inning. Stepping up to the plate, Lane Thomas. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Pitch on the way. Third inning starts with a slider that's looked at here for ball 1. Two balls and no strikes to the Cardinals center fielder. Two balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
The 3-1 is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
The MO of this pitcher in the early going is certainly establishing the inside part of the plate. He has been dominant. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat if a guy can effectively, consistently pitch inside like he is.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 39, Mikolas.
At the plate now, Mikolas. Now a bunt attempt here, and this will be swept away in foul territory, and we'll see if they try the bunt again. '50th pitch of the game on its way. Trying to bunt here, but this winds up hitting him. And they're going to say that he went after it. A strange strike, too. Now a move over to first. Runner back standing. And with that, there you get a look at what's happening in the race in the National League West.
The second baseman, Colton.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Colton Wong. He went down looking to open up the ball game. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And a dive, but he's back in there. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Wong, born in the Aloha state of Hawaii. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Hey, this guy has been an absolute solid player his entire big league career, and I expect him to have a ton of suitors come this offseason.
Pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
The good news for pitchers in this park is that it doesn't give up many home runs. A lot of room in the outfield. Sometimes that's the bad news as well, though, because there's a lot of space for hits to get down and to go for extra bases just like that.
So now to the plate, Dexter Fowler. He swings and grounds it to short. And the throw goes to first for the out, but that'll be enough to get the run home as they pull back to even at 1-1.
Good job there to put the ball on the ground and pick up the tying run. This one has the makings of being a close game until the very end.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Paul Goldschmidt, runner in scoring position with two gone. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Here's a fly ball, well hit. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 2 hits here in the inning lead to a run for the Redbirds. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. All tied at 1-1. Next up for Los Angeles, Justin Turner. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Back goes Thomas, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Now back, first baseman,
Next up is Max Muncy as he rips it on the ground to second. And a reach to his backhand side at second, but this finds a way by. And now he has some trouble with it in center.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
So here's Cody Bellinger as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now the 1-0. A bullet to first base. And they'll put the tag on him heading back to first. It's a double play. So next to bat will be the left-handed hitting Jock Peterson. First pitch on its way. Peterson is a big threat in a matchup like this. He's got a ton of pop against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think because of his approach. He's not a dead pull guy. You want to try and sneak a piece of cheese in or hang something over the heart of the plate, he's going to absolutely crush it. But anything going away from him goes right into his bat pad.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
2 out here and a runner at second. Fouled away. The set and the 2-1. 2-2.
Well, he snapped that breaking ball off really nice. He'll do well to keep putting it there.
Still 2-2. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 1 left for LA. Through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Thank you, Heidi. Now the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Matt Carpenter. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, pretty deflating at bat right there, Matty. Not only for him, but the team as well. He's got to find a way to pull a trigger. Can't get caught guessing with runners in scoring position.
Here comes the first pitch. In there for strike 1. Grounder down the line at third, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Swing and a line drive. But this will land foul as he didn't miss by much. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Peterson has a read on it. 1 away. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Now the pitch. Grounded down the third baseline, but this is foul for the first strike. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Lays off the slider and it's 1-1. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down and he's got himself a base hit.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Yadi Molina digging in now as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Line toward right center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
The batter, the left fielder.
Hey, guys, right there, you look for weaknesses. Can a guy come in? Can he command in? Obviously not the case in this situation. He went to the well outside half 3 times, and eventually the batter made a nice adjustment.
To the plate now, Tyler O'Neill, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And that finds the target. 0-2 now. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out of the jam, and keep this game tied.
At the plate, Lane Thomas. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Ready with the 0-1. In there, strike 2. Sliders in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. In the dirt here, and a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. Two men are on with two men out. Three and two now.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Ready with the payoff pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Giving chase is Bellinger. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Cards strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, tied 1-1. Now in the box, Kike Hernandez comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Ball one.
The 1-0. 1-1 the count now. Hernandez, 28 years old. He was taken in the 6th round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Hey, when you come out of the middle round, you have to grind for everything. And that's exactly what this guy has done. And he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
The 1-2. And this is swung on and missed, and this fourth inning will start the same way he ended the third, with a strikeout, and there's one away.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
In now, Will Smith. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. 264 is average entering play. 3 homers, 9 driven in. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And that's off the left field wall. And he'll reach second now with one away. When that one left the bat, I wasn't sure where it was going to come down. Thought it might have a chance.
Yeah, same here, man. It kind of got lost high in the sky before it one-hopped the fence for an extra base hit. During the daytime, that thing probably would have carried out of here, but you can't complain too much about a double.
Into the box now, Gavin Lux, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. As a look, now the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Thomas is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. So here's the Dodgers pitcher, Walker Buehler. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
And not easy to do in today's game. High velocity, exploding breaking stuff. He executed that sac bunt perfectly.
And that's in there for a strike. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
Ready on 0-2. Nope. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
1 run, 5 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
He's set. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Dodgers leave one. Fifth inning coming up, tied at 1. New inning set to get underway. Now at the plate, Mikolas.
Number 39, Mikolas.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Now back.
Here's Kolten Wong now. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. And they start him out away with a called strike.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
The pitch. Now he'll try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Well, I bet the manager breathed a sigh of relief when he saw he wasn't hurt that badly. The last thing they can afford to lose is a guy like that for any length of time.
So 1 gone in the inning here with the runner at first. And that'll bring in the switch hitting outfielder Dexter Fowler. From the belt, kicks and deals. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. And that'll miss up an in ball 2.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to hump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. From the stretch. Fastball, and this one runs in on him as he has to dance out of danger there.
Well, he came right back in there after he hit the previous batter. I like that. If you're going to work inside, you're going to hit a few guys, but you can't let that change your game plan.
And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 away.
Well, when you go with the slider there in a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
Now here's the Dodgers skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So he'll depart in the 5th with the go-ahead run on base. Didn't work the required 5 for the win, but he could still be hung for the loss should that run come around to score. Ross Stripling takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. Goldschmidt will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone. He's set and the pitch. And that misses ball 1. pays off again, and it's 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
And he swings right through it there. 2-1.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
Now the 2-1. On its tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. One left for the Cardinals. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Welcome back to Dodger Stadium. Let's send it down to the field and Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Dave Roberts, the Dodgers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And one thing he stressed to me was the need for them to have better at-bats when they've got runners on base. With just one hit with runners in scoring position in the game, you can understand why he feels that way. But he also says he likes the way his guys are responding to the adversity. It seems as though they're keeping their energy and mood up. So we'll see if they can start coming through with some big hits as we go forward.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
The right fielder,
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Mookie Betts is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Now here it comes.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Hit hard but fouled toward first, so he'll come back and line it up again. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Wow, that's a close pitch to take, but when you're a good hitter like this guy, to take that pitch on 0-2, you have to have a pretty good eye.
2-2 the count. Now the pitch. On the ground for the shortstop, DeYoung. Reined in. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Standing in, Justin Turner, 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit. Now the pitch.
Oh, not sure where that one missed, and I'm not sure the pitcher does either.
Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Turner in front at 3 balls and a strike.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
Hit the other way out toward right field. There to take it is Fowler as that becomes out number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the big bat of Max Muncy. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he fouls this one off. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Low with the fastball that time. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him, so we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
Full count now. 3-2. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Right down Main Street, caught him looking. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday night baseball after this. Now at the plate, Matt Carpenter. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about the best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And it's 1-1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Fouled off. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. And it's fouled away. Now another 2-2. Popped him up. Muncy has a play. 1 out. Paul DeYoung digs in next. He steps in off a base hit in his last at bat.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
1 ball, no strikes to count. That misses. 2-0. 1 out, nobody on. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Yadier Molina will be next. Three balls and a strike to the Cardinals shortstop.
Count for 3-1.
And oh, that should have been ball 4 there, but it's a called strike, and that runs things full at 3-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Standing in now, Yadier Molina, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 1-0 home is a fastball down below the knees. Three and 0 now.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now. No doubt he's clearly fighting his mechanics.
2 out, nobody on. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Now batting, the left fielder, Tyler.
Ready once again, Tyler O'Neill. He's grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. First pitch on its way. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Obvious pitch recognition right there. 0-0 changeups usually get guys out in front, but he was able to stay back, recognize it, and drive it for a base hit.
At the plate now, Lane Thomas, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. With runners in scoring position this season, Thomas is hitting over 350 up in the high 300s.
These are the type of hitters that absolutely frustrate a pitching staff and a pitching coach. He's not trying to do a ton of damage, but he's certainly going to put the ball in play and be a pest the entire season.
Man, the Redbirds, they've been struggling all game long. They've yet to been able to get that big hit. This is the time for the big hit for the Redbirds.
Here's the 1-1. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. 2 down, runners at first and second. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Cards strand a couple. Score remains tied 1-1. Cody Bellinger at the plate now. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point.
The center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
First offering on its way.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Back goes Thomas. Still going back. And off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to field. It's a solo homer for Cody Bellinger. 4th home run here in the early going. And the Dodgers move out in front. It's 2-1.
Listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, is not the end of the world.
Here's Jock Peterson now.
Number 31.
Swing and lift the ball fouled off to the left and out of play. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Count is even at 1-1 to Peterson. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2.
Unless you're willing to sell out and try and take one part of the field out of play and just work the ball up the middle the other way, it's extremely difficult when a guy's throwing this hard to stay back on a breaking ball. You either commit and be all in on a fastball or try and find a way to work the ball the other way to keep you back on the off speed.
2-2 pitch is fouled away. And he fouls this one off. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. Another 2-2 offering. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. O'Neill waits on it. 1 away. Now batting, Kike Hernandez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted in the air out towards left center. O'Neill will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. At the plate, Will Smith. It was a two-bagger for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
1-0 the count. Pitch on the way.
That's a ball.
He may be down 2-0 after those first two pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
3-0 to him now. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4.
The bat, number 48.
So striding forward now, Gavin Lux. And after that quick walk, is it fair to wonder if this starter is beginning to show signs of getting tired?
Yeah, that could be the case, Matty. Sometimes you just lose your focus, lose your command, but it'll be real important for him to get it back as this next hitter walks up to the plate.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
I'm seeing all the signs of fatigue right now. This is when you really have to bear down mentally as a pitcher.
2 out with the man at first. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
You know, he was really pounding the strike zone early on, but he's kind of gotten away from that here a bit. He might just need a little reminder to attack hitters and trust his stuff.
Now the 2-0 home. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 for the Dodgers on the solo home run. The 9-1-2 hitters due up to start the 7th. 2-1 Los Angeles. Tommy Edman will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 19, Tommy Edman.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bellinger's under it. 1 out.
Now that
Colton Wong will stand in. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch of the at-bat.
Outside, that's a ball.
We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Trying to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. The 1-1 home. It is going to be a drag bunt. He sets it down. And an off-balance throw is in time away. Wow.
Well, you know, he had a good idea right there. The infield was playing back, but it's not going to work out for him this time. That's a nice play to react, and they take care of him at first.
Digging in the switch hitter, Dexter Fowler. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. First offering on its way. A ball and no strikes. And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a
We
strike.
got 2-1 the count.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Missed with a knuckle curve there, and now it's 3-1.
1 strike.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
The 3-1. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Up next for the Cardinals, the first baseman, Paul.
And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt, man at first after the 2-out walk. Has a look, now the pitch. And he takes ball 1.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Ground ball right side. Speared on the dive. He is out. 3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. John Brebbia gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 60, John Brebbia.
Corey Seager is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Grounded back up the middle. DeYoung gathers it in, and that's out number 1. So that'll bring in Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 3 so far, so he hasn't done much to help at the top of the lineup. Here comes the first pitch. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
It's funny. That pitch, I can picture being in the box. That pitch looks so good to hit, and why does no one ever get to it? A good executed high fastball usually blows 9 out of 10 guys away.
Now batting, third baseman.
Into the box now, Justin Turner. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Hits this one hard the other way. There's 1. On to Goldschmidt, and it's in time. A double play, and the side is retired. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. 8th inning coming up. Dodgers lead this one 2-1. Pedro Baez has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 52, Pedro Baez.
Digging in once again, Matt Carpenter. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he lays off there, 1-0. Baez was known as a short relief specialist, a guy who came in, got 1 or 2 big outs, but with the new pace of play rules, they're forcing a change for this right-hander. The 1-0 delivery. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. The 1-2 is at the knees and called strike 3. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot arms, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
So now to the plate, Paul DeYoung, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Man, as a pitcher, you have to love pitching 0-2. Multiple ways, up, down, in and out, throw the breaking ball. A lot of different ways to get guys out.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
At the plate, Yadier Molina, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1.
Nope. Ball 1.
Takes this the other way to right, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, Dan, these guys have put a lot of guys on base, but no one seemed to cross home plate. Are you cognizant of that as a pitcher? Are you aware of the traffic?
No doubt about it. 9 runners stranded so far in this game. It's time somebody comes up with a clutch hit.
Stepping in now, Tyler O'Neill, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Cardinals 1. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Tyler Webb will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Harrison Bader will also come on now, as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. And that'll bring up the versatile Max Muncy. First pitch on its way.
Nope. Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0 misses for the second ball.
Well, this is the matchup they wanted, bringing in the reliever, but falling behind 2-0 doesn't exactly help the situation very much.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. And a swing and a miss, as that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
Here now the 2-2. A bouncer to the left side. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Cody Bellinger. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Boy, this guy right here in that last AB, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark, but a guy like this, if he has pop to hit it out to center field, I might have to think pitching this guy down and away down on the corner.
The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Full count to Bellinger, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Fouled away. Payoff pitch one more time. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Fouled off. Here comes the payoff pitch. Ripped down the first base line. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Ready for another chance? Jock Peterson. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Hits are even at 7 apiece. 3-1 to the Dodgers left fielder. The 3-1.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. They lead it 2-1. Kenley Jansen comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 74, Kenley.
Striding in to start the 9th, Lane Thomas, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
The center fielder, the 35, Lane Thomas.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Down the third baseline. The 0-1 pitch. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
Now here's the pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
0-1's the count.
One count. Here's the pitch. Line to the right side. Betts is there. 2 down.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Stepping in, Colton Wong. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Count 1-0.
4-1. The 1-0 is in off the plate.
That's inside.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And it's fouled away. And this will be a called strike 2. In trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight. Cardinals down to their final strike here. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Coming to the plate now, Dexter Fowler. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Has a look, now the pitch. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
Hey, down in the count 0-2, I'd like to see a little choke and poke right here. Maybe work it up the middle or opposite field with 2 strikes.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Well, folks, that's what Kenley Jansen does. When he enters the game, the hopes of the other team, they usually just leave. Slams the door again right here.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Los Angeles Dodgers rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Ross Stripling claims the win out of the pen, his first. Miles Mikolas pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Kenley Jansen records the save, his 3rd of the campaign. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Dodgers. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For St. Louis, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. They left 11 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 42 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, a sellout, 56,000. The Dodgers thank you for attending tonight's game. And as you leave Dodger Stadium, we remind you to please drive home safely.